Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you are warmly welcome. My name is Erica and thank you so much for stopping by. And in today's video, just by the title you are seeing, we are making this good looking moisturizing body butter and hair butter. And so where I live, it's very dry, especially during the winter, and so we tend to have dry hair, ashy looking skin, and so this body butter really comes in handy, and it really helps in moisturizing our hair and also making our bodies feel much softer. So without further ado, let's get right into how I prepare this. So for my ingredients, I went with unrefined African shea butter, and this is about a pound. And for shea butter, it has lots of antioxidants which helps soothe skin problems. It also helps boost skin moisture. I also have coconut oil here, which is also very good for the hair and skin. I also have castor oil. This is black Jamaican castor oil, which is also very good for the hair, especially for growth. It also helps fight breakage and damage to the hair. Usually I use this for just the hair and not with my body. And I also have olive oil, which is also very good for the hair and skin. I also have vitamin E oil. I have rose hip oil here as well. And for my essential oils, I went with tea tree oil. I also have sweet orange as well as eucalyptus oil. And these oils are my choice. You can go ahead and use any oils you prefer or you have in handy, if only they have the qualities and properties that you are looking for in your cream. Okay, so in a bowl I have added my shea butter and coconut oil. I am adding my olive oil as well, and then once I have it all together, I will put a saucepan with water on fire, and then I would put in my coconut oil, shea butter and olive oil on it. So I would want it to melt. I don't want to use the microwave because I don't want to lose the essential nutrients in my oil, so I don't want to microwave it. I just want it to melt on the hot boiling water nicely and slowly. So the mistake I did is I should have cut the shea butter in pieces. It was just the block and I left it in the pan, so it took a long time to melt. So please don't be like me. If your shea butter is not soft, then please cut it and the process will be much quicker. And so after tossing it around for some time, my shea butter finally melted into my oils and I was good to go. So I took it off the fire. And if you look at the oil very closely, you can see that it has a bit of particles in it. It's as a result of the shea butter being unrefined, so it's natural and raw, and so I had to sieve it off the oil because I wanted my oil to be crisp and clean. And so I used my sieve and I sieved it off. As you can see in the sieve, yeah, this is what I got from the oils. And yeah, if your oil is not clean, then you would want to do that as well. So now that I've sieved everything, I'm sieving it back into my bowl just to work on it. Okay, so once I am done with that, I will allow my oil to completely cool down, and then I will cover it with my food wrap or clinch foil. I will cover it nicely so that nothing falls into it. And then once I have it all sealed up, I would toss it into my freezer and allow it to solidify. So mine was in the freezer for about 3 hours. You just have to give it time, and you can check on it to make sure that it has completely solidified and it's not liquid under it, or there's no like liquid form under it. So I checked mine and it was okay for me, and so it was time for me to start making my batter. So for me, I used a hand mixture, but if you don't have a hand mixture, you can use your blender or a food processor. That will also work fine. And I will link my hand mixture link in the description section, so if you want to purchase one for yourself. And so yeah, that's how I am mixing it. I am trying to mix it because it has solidified. It's a bit hard to mix it, but I am trying to get all that in.
Some of the old songs. For all time's sake.
Okay, so after mixing for about 7 minutes, this is how the batter looks. And even though it is mixing, but I can still feel some of the hard ones at the bottom. So I am trying to scoop all that in so that my hand mixture will be able to reach all that. And so yeah, that is what you see me doing. Okay, so once I've been able to scoop some in, I would continue mixing and trying my best to get all the hard ones. It's not that easy, but yeah, I will get there. So that is the process that I do until I get all my batter very smooth with no hard ones in it. Yes, so I stop a couple of times and I scoop all the bottom inside so that it's easier for the hand mixture to mix all that.
Some of the old songs.
So yeah, as you can see, that now the process is getting much easier for me because it is beginning to form that batter that I need. And so yeah, it's looking good already. Okay, so now all my oils have really mixed very well. There is no hard ones in it. And so as you can see, it looks so good. It looks tempting. It looks like an ice cream. So if you are not careful, you might eat this. Yeah, so what I do is, because I'm doing it for body and hair, I am dividing this into 2 equal parts. So whichever way you prefer, you can divide it. And then in the bowl, I am adding some drops of my essential oils. So it depends on how powerful you want it. I think for me, I used about 20 drops of each of the essential oils. And yeah, so it depends on you. You can completely use any drops that you want, depending on how powerful you want or concentrated you want your oils to be. Okay, so this mixture is for the body, so I am adding the vitamin E oil, which is about 2 teaspoons of that, and I am also adding my other oils as well. Okay, so once all that is added, I will then use my hand mixture to mix everything together nicely, making sure that it's all very mixed and looking very good. So this is how it looks at the end of the day, and it looks good. So my body butter is ready, and I transferred them into these mason jars. I purchased them from Dollarama or Dollar Tree, and so you can put them in any container of your choice. It just has to be a container that has a lid on it. And so that is what I do. I put scoop that in, and then I tap just to make sure that there are no air bubbles in it. And that's the process of getting it into it.
Been a long time.
Okay, so once I have everything in, I will then cover it nicely. I have a label on the bottle, and that is just to write if it's for hair or it's for body, so that it doesn't confuse me. It's almost the same thing, especially with my kids and husband as well, so that they'll be able to know the difference. So for the remaining ones, I scoop them into another mason jar and I keep them aside, so that once the first one is finished, I can use that one. And then I head over to put the one that I put aside, the one that I separated aside, and then I will put that in the bowl. For that is for the hair, so I'll add a 1/4 cup of castor oil, and then I will add some drops of the rosehip oil, and I will mix that in as well.
For all time's sake.
Okay, so that is also ready, and I am transferring them into my mason jars. Finally, my body butter is ready. Thank you so much for sticking with me till this point. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so, and like the video, comment, share, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below for me. And so I have stored them in these mason jars, and I've labeled them, and so that it's easier for me to identify which is which, especially with my kids and husband. They will also be able to know the difference between the two. And so this is very, very, very moisturizing. It's very good for your skin. You can use this just by itself, or if you have your favorite store-bought moisturizer that you like, you can just mix the two and apply on your hair or body, and you are good to go. So here I'm just demonstrating to you how this looks. It looks very, very moisturizing, and one thing I like about this is it doesn't feel greasy, so it's very lightweight, and once you apply, it just gives you that glow and shine. And so I hope you give this recipe a try, and if you like it, do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye for now.